welcome back to another YouTube video. If you're here from part 1 of this video, welcome back. If you're not, suggest you watch it. I'll link it up there for you to click on. But let's get straight into it. No intro, let's get straight into it. The last, is it 6 or 7 habits for 2022? I'm sure you're gonna enjoy the video, so let's just begin. Next habit, eating and drinking healthy. Now the meaning of healthy can mean many things to you. For example, you may be drinking 3 Cokes per week. One way to eat and drink more healthy, cut it down to 2. A couple of weeks later, cut it down to 1. Eventually, substitute it so that you're still having something like water. When you have a Coke, you have water. When you have a Coke, you have water. And then soon enough, you'll be purely water. That's one way of being healthy. Another way of being healthy, adding vegetables to your diet, to your meals that you cook at dinner. Let's have carrots today. Next week, carrots and beans. Next week after that, carrots, beans, broccoli. Slowly implementing different foods, healthy drinks, water. Those changes will allow you to become and eat more healthily, helping you to stop binge eating and so much more. And what effect does this have on the mind? Your mind becomes less accustomed to a short-term high. For instance, processed foods, manufactured foods are all, made for the consumer to continually buy, because that's how business is. If you want your product to be bought, you've got to make a way for customers to keep buying it. That's why you don't have an unlimited supply of water bottles. That's why your makeup packages only come in a small bottle, because they want you to keep buying. However, with vegetables and fruit, those things are designed and put on as for our bodies to digest. The same way animals, they see an apple, they see a fruit, they just pick on it because they know food. However, through our human mind, we're able to imitate that and create snacks. We're able to make sweets, which can affect our minds. So by eating stuff that is made for us to eat, our bodies filled with the right nutrition and vitamins in order to digest well, in order to think well, in order to process well, in order to retain the goodness of that food, which then helps the mind think clearer, easier, not clogged up with rich sugar spikes. Next habit, doing yoga. Now, I have to firstly thank Nancy, I hope you'll be watching, my girlfriend, for getting me onto yoga. Through the practice of doing yoga, I've seen it to be a moving meditation. Essentially, you're not just doing these poses, you're breathing through the poses. You're in a static pose or a dynamic pose, and you're breathing, you're relaxing, you're stretching, and you're moving the body in a way that is meant to be moved, because our body is made to move. And through yoga, we allow that body to move. So here's the connection with the mind. We allow our mind to get used to breathing in movement. Your mind then creates a connection between movement, static or dynamic, breath, and space. So whenever you move, literally whenever you walk, you're breathing and you're being aware of your space. It allows you to open up, it allows you to sense more around you, be more present within yourself. What's going on within? That's the power of yoga, helping your mind analyze itself and realize itself. Number 10, it is take walks. Taking a walk is even like yoga. Our bodies are made to move. That's why they have the ability to move, to put one foot in front of the other. That's why we learn it. So then removing yourself outside of your box, your home, your office, you're putting your body to its use and capabilities, which gives your mind now an alternative environment to process and think things. You're in your house, in your living room, you'll think certain thoughts. You'll be possibly more relaxed thoughts, more thoughtful thoughts, and just more cozy, warm thoughts, because that's what the environment of the living room does to you. It brings you warmth, it brings you a bit of peace, just relaxation. Go to your bathroom, you think more hygienic thoughts like, am I clean? Or what is this clean? You'll think more in the shower, deep thoughts. What's going on in my life? Am I okay? So on and so forth. Go to your bedroom now, and you have different thoughts. Each environment you're in affects the way you think, affects the being you are. So taking a walk, it opens that up. It opens you up to think clearer, because you're in the open space, the open air. That your mind is essentially in the open air as well. Number 11, habit 11, is write down in a journal. Now, writing down in a journal is essentially another form of expression. Same as prayer, same as affirmation, the same as many of these habits that all align with one another. Writing that journal allows you to take that potent thought or feeling and put it on a piece of paper so you don't forget it. So that you can look back in a year's time, in a month's time, and be like, oh yeah, I remember that, what was I thinking that? Put yourself back in that time, that space, that feeling, to understand yourself, grow from that moment. It allows for space within your mind, for then you to have other thoughts to come in, better thoughts, develop thoughts of that thought that you've written down. Journaling is the way of letting your mind speak. If you're unable to speak through your mouth, if you're unable just to convey something, you write it down, every word, even if the sentence doesn't make sense. But you'll look back at that and be like, oh yeah, okay, take out this word, just replace it with this, and you've got that written down, it's in stone. And also journaling is another way to talk to yourself purely and not have worry about talking to someone else or saying something to someone else. You can say anything and everything in your journal because it's yours. What your heart is thinking, what your mind is thinking. And you can be fully yourself, without judgment, without fear, the same as prayer. Your journal is just another method of self-expression, as I said. Journal it, write it down. Keep a history of the development of your thinking, the development of how your mind is acting, the way it sees things, so that you can grow your mind. And if you see growth, you'll grow even more. That's the power of journaling. Number 12, grooming yourself. I recommend this one once a week. There's different levels to grooming yourself. Buying your own products and doing it yourself, such as cutting your nails, doing your eyebrows. There's that level. And then there's another level where you can go out and get a manicure, a pedicure. And then there's another level on top of that where you go a full day spa, with a treat, grooming yourself, treating yourself, thanking the physical body that you have by treating it well, by massaging it, by giving it a time in the bath where you just sit in the bath with your candles, the music, just relax, knowing that you deserve this, knowing that this is needed, especially in a time where we're always on screens, we're always emailing, texting, calling, social mediaing, so much more. Having time to groom yourself. Make sure you look good, your face, your body smelling good, looking good, haircut, so that then when you look good, you feel good. Nails done, manicure, acrylics, whatever it may be. If you feel good, your mind is good. You think clearer, you think better. Number 13, taking actions on your goals. So I'm sure you have some goals, maybe for next year, maybe for this current week, whatever it may be. Taking action upon them will improve your mind in the sense of you saying, okay, this week I'm going to do 3 days of working out, minimum. Say this to yourself. Now, your mind is set for achieving 3 days worth of exercise. Then the week goes by and you do it. Well done me. You continue to do this. Next week, again. The week after, again. The week after, again. You get to the point where you say stuff. I'm going to do this. I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to make this happen. Take the action to make it happen, and it happens. Your mind gets used to that. Napoleon Hill calls it auto-suggestion. That because you set it up, as I said, it will put thoughts and ideas in your head to get to that goal quicker. Because what? You set it up in the past saying, I'll do this, you done it, and you achieved it. I'll do this, you done it, and I achieved it. Your mind gets used to that frame of how you work. That's the power of taking actions on your goals for your mind. Habit number 14, dress nicely daily. Every single day, whether it's a new outfit, whether it's an adjustment to yesterday's outfit, dressing nicely will definitely impact your mindset positively. For example, one reason I love to dress nicely is because it's the reason I became a sign model. Another reason to dress nicely is because you get compliments from strangers. They say, oh yeah, you look really good today. I'm like, thank you very much. How does that make you feel? Makes you feel good. How does that make your mind feel? Makes you feel, okay, if I dress nicely, I get this. And I already feel this good feeling inside me. So it reinforces it. Dressing nicely is what gets you jobs. Dressing nicely is what gets you noticed. And if you're intentional about that, it can get you to places. Whatever your aesthetic is, whatever your style is, dress in a way that brings you confidence. That makes your confidence shine through your clothing. So people turn heads. So people look at you and be like, wow, so if I dress like this, I feel like this. I want to keep feeling like this. Let's do it again. Improving your mindset. Next mindset. Listen to a personal development book. So before the world of digitalization, there was a form of messages and stories being sent to one another. And that was through books, that was through handwritten letters, pen and paper, history. And do we learn from history? Yes. We can predict the future, we can think this can happen. But if we can learn from history, We get an understanding of, okay, there was this guy, I'll give the example, Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill was one guy who interviewed, at that time, the wealthiest and richest people in America. Now, that's history. He interviewed people back then who were rich and wealthy. So if you read that, and then you change the language, you change the methodology into nowadays, you know, repeat history in a positive manner. That's the power of reading a book. Whether it's purely one chapter or really one book, reading a book, auditory, like I use Audible, or physically, with a physical book, is another method of putting ideas, thoughts, perspectives within your mind to shift it and improve it into what it can be, the possibility it has. So reading a book takes you from what you're used to reading, what you're used to thinking, how you're used to being, into a way of someone who is successful, and then you adopt that, which then creates a cycle. What does this mean? What does that mean? How if I try this for 1 month? What would be the effects? That's the power of reading a book. And reading a book for the mind expands your knowledge, expands your vocabulary, and expands your worth and confidence. All things that the mind ponders on and thinks about. So next habit is create a vision board. So what is a vision board? I talked about this before if you don't know. So a vision board is a vision of your life. If you were on Wikipedia, how would you want people to remember you? What would you have bought, created, built? That's what you want in your vision board. You want the life you want, whether it's a Manchester, or whether that's a townhouse, or whether that's a Ferrari, or whether that's a Nissan. You want to put that visually, quite a big piece of paper, and look at it. Whether you just glance at it, or whether you're one day just sitting on your bed, or you're sitting in the lounge, you just see it and you're like, how did you do that? Like, I really want that. What you're doing by looking at your vision board and seeing it every day is you're training your mind to become that person you want to be. You're training your mind to be as if you're in that moment right now. You're in that place with £1 million. You're in that place driving that Ferrari down a long highway. That's what the vision board does. And like reading books, it puts those seeds of those thoughts and ideas. How can I get this? How can I do this? It gives you a visual aspect of the end goal. Create it, glance at it, or ponder on it heavily, hard every day. Either one. You're training your mind to improve, to elevate, to reach those goals. And lastly, the last habit is, I've got it written down like this. Talk to yourself. The same way athletes before a race or game, mouthing the words, I got this, I got this, I got this. You're made for this, you got this. This is a habit to uplift and push you, or destroy you and pin you down. When you feel scared or panicky, you say, I'm okay. You speak to yourself. I understand my heart wants to race, but with the deep breath I'm taking, I believe I'm okay. When you feel pumped or you need to take action, say to yourself, are you ready? I'm ready and able. It's time to work. What you need to do is find a way of speaking to yourself with your own words to create the story you want to hear and not the one that your mind is making up. In every situation, whether, as I said, you're feeling panicky and anxious, or want to get worked up, you're about to lift some weights, whatever it may be. Speaking to yourself appropriately, positively, not to destroy you or harm you, or to lower your mood, or ultimately make you believe in yourself and your words even more. So you're feeling bad, you're feeling down today. You don't say to yourself, oh, I'm rubbish, this is rubbish, it's just, what's going on? You talk to yourself, what's going on today? Why are you feeling like this? And you're better than this, you're stronger than this. And your mind begins to think, maybe I am. Okay, what can I do? Let's go for a walk. Let's just take some time outside and breathe for a bit. That's the power of speaking to yourself. Speaking to yourself in a way that, even jokingly, like, I can't do that, nah, that's not me, I just don't do that. That's destroying yourself. That's undermining your ability, you're undermining your mind's capability and what you can truly do. Why would you do that? So speak to yourself in a way that can motivate you, that can push you, that can make you the person you want to be. Speak to yourself accordingly to who you want to be, to improve how your mind thinks about yourself. Well, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed 17 habits to improve your mindset. If you did, let me know. I'm going to make a lot more videos about each one to go more in depth, but of course, quick 17 habits to implement into your life that seems fit to help you improve your mindset. If you did enjoy, my name is JerryKanchefu. Have a good day, morning, night, or evening. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.